5 easy ways to fix your spine.
Let's go.
Hey there, Coach Chris Wilson here in the Criticalbench compound, sharing with you today 5 of the easiest ways to fix your spine, to put it back in alignment. Because most of us are doing everything in our day to take our spine out of alignment and put ourselves in really bad posture. And I'm guilty of it, we all are. It's just the way we live our lives in the 21st century, right? We sit a lot more than people did 50 to 100 years ago. We're just not as mobile as we used to. And speaking of mobile, we're on our mobile devices a heck of a lot more, which really puts a lot of strain and stress on our spine. And so I'm going to show you 5 ways that you can start to combat this problem. And it really starts at the top and goes all the way down. You know, our bad posture really does kind of start at the head, because our spine is supporting, you know, our head. And when our head is in proper alignment, where you can line up your ear with your shoulder with your hips, you know, then you're not putting much stress or strain on the spine. But as soon as you start to load with this forward head movement that we end up being in when we're on the computer, when we're on our phone or tablet, when we're driving in the car, that's really where we start to do some serious damage. So there are easy exercises you can start to do daily, even multiple times a day, to start to strengthen and support good posture, good spinal alignment. So we're going to go right down to the ground for starters, okay? So just get some space, and you can do this at home, you can do this at the office, you can do this anywhere where you have a little bit of space. We're gonna do some prone YTIs. This is one of my favorite exercises for waking up the posterior muscles of the body. Okay, so you're gonna start down like this with your arms reached out in a Y position. You're nice and relaxed here. Your feet are about hip width apart and just lying in a relaxed position. And all you're gonna do is lift like this. You can bring your gaze up to the horizon, which is fine. You're gonna hold that for 3 to 5 seconds, like you're reaching out to shake someone's hand, and then come back down and relax. Lift, hold, 3 to 5 seconds, and down. You can do that multiple times. I would say anywhere from 5 to 10 of those would be great. And then after you do that, you can go right to T position. So do like 5 or more Y position holds, then go into a T position, same thing. Lift, hold. Gaze is kind of out at the horizon, and down and relax. And then after 3 to 5 seconds down, 3 to 5 seconds up again. And down. So this is just stimulating all those muscles of the upper mid-back, as well as the muscles in your neck, okay? So we have to, you know, the neck is a very fragile part of the body, but we need to give it more time and attention. And now after we do our Ys and our Ts, we wanna go to arms at the side. I prefer palm up in this position, and then now you're doing your I position. So you're just lifting like this, squeeze, hold, 3 to 5 seconds, and relax it down. Back up, squeeze, hold, and back down, and relax. Hey, I'm sure you're concerned about your own posture. I have something for you I know you're gonna want. If you scroll down to the pinned comment below, we have a self-assessment for your posture. Click that link and you can find out about how good or bad your posture is. Let's get back to it. Okay, so my best suggestion would be to do the Y, the T, and the I. Do 5 to 10 reps each in succession like that, and you'll immediately start to feel better and like you're starting to correct and improve your posture right away. So let's hop up. I'm gonna grab a stability ball because it just gives me something to sit on. It can be a chair, it can be, I mean, this next exercise you can do anywhere. I'm doing it from a seated position because that's where we often notice the really bad head posture when we're seated. Because, you know, we're sitting at the desk, right? We're driving in the car, we're at home and we're just scrolling, right? So whenever we're doing those things, we typically fall out of alignment. And when your head falls out of alignment, it's just simply like you get like turtle head, or they call it giraffe neck, you know, where everything just kind of shifts forward. And it's just kind of a lazy head posture. So this corrective exercise is simply just doing a chin tuck. Just pulling the chin. It's a very small movement, but I'm just trying to tuck the chin in rather than my head being out like this. And when you do this position, when I push myself out of alignment like this, I immediately feel that strain on my spine. And when I come back here, it's like a rested position. It doesn't feel stressful at all. It feels fine, it feels good. And now I know my ear, my shoulder, my hips are forming a straight line. And as soon as I do this, I know I've broken that line. So a chin tuck is simply just working some of those muscles in the neck and getting them back working like they're supposed to, not stressing them out and forming imbalances, creating imbalances in the neck area, okay? So just chin tuck whenever you think about it, tuck in and just count to 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 while you're typing away at the computer or driving in your car. Just do some chin tucks. Get those muscles working in the neck area that aren't getting the time and energy, or the time and effort that you're giving to bad posture, right? Now, moving off the ball, we're back to a standing position now. So you've done something on the floor, something from a seated position, and now we're gonna finish out from doing exercises from a standing position. This next one is just simply pelvic tilting. Now, a lot of us have trouble sometimes with anterior and posterior tilting of the pelvis. Some people have a natural tendency to be able to do it better than others. Some people don't really know how to cue those muscles the right way. It's a pretty small motion, but there's anterior and posterior tilt of the pelvis, okay? So when you're pushing your butt out, okay, that would be an anterior tilt. I'm tilting my pelvis forward, okay, which makes my butt stick out. And then you can do a posterior tilt, which is like I'm squeezing my butt and tilting my spine, or sorry, well, I am moving my spine, but I'm rotating my hips back, posterior, okay? So what you wanna do is you wanna get good at being able to manipulate the pelvis. You could put your hands on your hips to really feel it. And what you want to do is you want to be able to find your center. So maybe what you could do is you could do, you know, where you tilt an anterior tilt and you go all the way back to a posterior as far as you can go, and then find somewhere in the middle. That would be 1 rep. And then again, anterior, posterior, middle. Just kind of relax at the middle, and then do it again. Anterior, posterior, middle, middle is just kind of like being relaxed, okay? But what we're trying to do is create movement in an area that is getting abused from, again, all the sitting and stuff that we do. You know, a lot of us don't have the luxury of being on our feet all day long at work. You know, some people get sore feet. I'd rather have sore feet than a really bad back because I'm sitting too much or stressing my back out too much, or my spine. And so, you know, we can feel the pain associated with poor posture and bad alignment, you know, in all different areas. We can feel it up in our necks. We can feel it in our mid or thoracic spine. We can feel it in our lower back or lumbar spine. So what I'm trying to do with these corrective exercises is to wake things up and stimulate you from your head to your butt and wake everything up and move the spine in all the different ways it's meant to move, okay? So we're just stimulating, circulating, and trying to restore some balance to this part of the body, okay? So now we're gonna move on to another one of my favorite corrective exercises. Okay, so number 4 is really, really simple, and people will be like, really? That's a spine correcting movement? That's gonna help my alignment? Yes, because not only does the spine flex and extend, right? And the spine, and the last thing is gonna be rotation, but the spine also has to do lateral movement or motion, okay? So we have flexion and extension, right? Flexion and extension. We have rotation, but then we also have lateral bending, lateral flexion, okay? So that's simply what this exercise is. It's just standing with good posture, right? So the chin is tucked, the ears, shoulders, and hips are in alignment with each other. I'll show you just like this, right? Everything's in a good line. And then all I'm gonna do is just simply, with my hands at my sides, I'm gonna reach as far down to one side as I can, to the side of my knee, come back up, other side, as far as I can go comfortably. Your fingers should come to about the side of your kneecap. Obviously depends on the length of your arms, the length of your legs, but the average person should come very close to the side of their knee. Don't push too hard here. The idea here is just, again, we're trying to wake up the spine. Like anything else, the less you move, the less dynamic you are in your day-to-day movement, the more rigid and stiff your spine becomes, okay? So the more that we can stimulate the body's designed to move so many different ways. And as we age, we start to decrease our motion and our range of motion. We don't move like children. Children move all kinds of great different directions and ways every single day. And as adults, we do less and less of that. So there are simple exercises like this that get us just moving better and waking things up. And I trust that if you are doing these 5 exercises, I have one more to show you. If you're doing these regularly, consistently, a daily basis, multiple times a day, you will start to feel better. It might not be, some life-changing moment for you, but I promise you'll probably feel that you're moving better in your workouts. You're feeling better when you wake up in the morning, when you get out of bed. Maybe your energy levels are a little bit better, maybe less brain fog. Good posture helps us breathe better. Good posture helps circulation. Good posture helps our brain function better. There's so many different things that are directly related to our posture. So please think about that, consider that. That's how important these exercises are. Now, number 5, one of my favorite for all you golfers out there, right? This is gonna make you feel better in your golf game. This one is now about rotating the spine. So you're just gonna start in this nice athletic kind of bent over position. Butt is back, lower legs are vertical, okay? Hands are together like you're clapping with straight arms. And all we're doing now is rotating and the eyes follow the hand. So you should feel like you're reaching to the heavens and shaking someone's hand up there. Eyes stay tracking on the hand the whole time, back to here. Repeat on the other side. This is thoracic mobility at its finest. Very, very simple. It requires no weight whatsoever. You can do these weighted, but you don't need to. Just this motion alone, so very effective. Already I can feel my spine opening up. And one of the things I've noticed over the last few years as I've spent more and more time on a computer is I've lost a lot of thoracic or T-spine mobility. So that mid-back area between the shoulder blades, I feel like I'm just stiff and tight through that area of the body. And so I go out of my way to do that exercise in particular a lot, almost every day. And sometimes multiple times a day, because it just feels really good. It opens things up, and I just feel looser and more able to move better in my workouts. So I hope you found those exercises beneficial, and I know if you're doing them regularly, they're gonna change the way you function, the way you feel. So there you have it, 5 of my favorite posture correction exercises to get that perfect alignment back in your life. I promise if you are doing those consistently, you will begin to feel the difference in your day-to-day life. You'll breathe better, you'll probably sleep better, you'll have better energy, you'll move better in your workouts. Now don't forget to check that pinned comment below to take that self-assessment to figure out about your own posture. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and get ready because we got another video coming real soon. We'll see you in the next one.